Good morning! We are headed out on an adventure. See if this still works. I've got a mess here to clean up. Got like 15 different things out here. But yeah, we're starting to figure out this new welder. I'm trying to figure out how to weld aluminum. My settings were way off. By the end, I had started to get it figured out. I was, yeah, it took a little bit to even realize what I was doing. And by the end, it was okay. Not great, it was okay.
What do you guys think?
I like it.
You like it?
Yeah, it's a Christmas tree.
In your room?
Yeah, look. And blue light right here.
Is blue your favorite color?
Right here. And right here. Oh, they're kind of hot.
Marcy's making her world famous cranberry salsa. It's freaking fantastic. But I've never walked out of the store and paid as little as I did today. My total balance for what's in this bag was 70 cents. I literally have never spent that little at the grocery store. Marcy's gonna be pretty proud for 3 jalapenos and some cilantro. Gosh, things are getting expensive. 3 jalapenos and the cilantro. Guess how much it was?
$5.75.
70 cents. What are you saying, Matt? You're saying it again, Pax? After Fiji we go duck hunting? Yep, you're saying it again. I love it. So I'm really trying to figure out this aluminum welding thing. A couple days ago is when I tried this first bit. I'm going to try again. What I realized at first, these spots were all because my settings were completely wrong. And then I went through and I think this is probably like some of my best setting, but it's still not great. This last part is pretty good. This part's really good, but then it started to melt through. And then right here, it didn't penetrate enough. So there's kind of a lot going on there. So I'm trying to dissect it and figure it out. Also, it's blowing through the backside, melting through, which I don't want as well. I got a new wire. This is 035. I was using 030. I think the 035 will work a little bit better. Oh, that was quick and easy. All right, I think I got everything set up. And now everything is actually set up right with the right wire. Definitely getting a lot better. That was my last one. It's building up a quite tall bead. I'm not sure if that's my angle or what. I may need to adjust it just a little bit, but like this one, you can see it barely burned through at the very last second. That one obviously melted through a ton. Those first two were okay as well. That one's, oh gosh. That one was kind of okay. The first one, not so great. This one was too hot. This one was almost perfect. I just don't love how tall that bead is, but I don't know, maybe that's okay. See if I can weld that. That's really thin. All right, well, it ain't perfect, but honestly, I think it would work. I'm not flying this in an airplane. We're using it to weld up seats for the boat and stuff like that. So I'm actually pretty happy with that, I think. So it broke on the line. It did not break on the weld. It broke on where the weld and the other face metal matched together. All right, I cut it with the chop saw, which got me a lot cleaner cut. From what I can tell, that's pretty darn solid. There's a little bubble on this side. You can see that little black dot. But that side was the bad side. This side's the good side. So, dang, I'm pretty happy with that. It is almost duck hunting season. It starts this week. And this is our duck hunting boat. Now, as most of you know, a buddy of mine, we actually partnered on it because he goes hunting with me all the time. And his boy, Hayden, you guys know Hayden. Hayden's his son. He goes hunting. So we figured, let's get a boat for us to be able to duck hunt this year. So that's what we did. So with that being said, this trailer was meant for a boat like this. It's obviously overbuilt for what we have on it. Not a big deal. But what I want to do is actually drop the boat down. Heck, like 6 inches. Like, so it's barely above right here. So that we can clear the trailer and remount the runners and the stringers. The main reason for that is a lot of the places we put in the boat, it's very, very shallow. And so the lower I can get this on the trailer, the easier it will be to take on and off of the trailer, as well as we can then run some vertical stringers here and keep the boat from going side to side, and we can get it lined up. Basically just making it as easy as we can for on and off trailer loading. Yeah, I'll fix that. Watch out. The problem I'm running into is working underneath the boat is kind of a pain in the butt. So I'm going to try to push the boat back and then pull the trailer out. I'll put jack stands under this end, set it down, and then I can go jack up the front and pull the trailer out, at least hopefully enough to get it to where I need it. By golly, I think that will just work. Beautiful. Well, at least gives me some more room to crawl under there and do it. Or if I can pull the trailer completely out, I might do that too. I have got a story for you. Gosh, it's been a rough 2 days. And we have got a ton of cardboard to burn here. I'll get into that in just a minute. The boys are super excited to be out here riding their bikes. Today is opening day of duck season. We didn't go hunting. I can't wait till these boys are older to where, like, you know, doing stuff like that is a little bit easier. It's a little bit tricky to take all 3 boys by myself hunting, and opening morning, there's a lot of competition out there, so we didn't go. But that being said, the boat also is torn apart. I've got our boat, deck boat, pulled into the shop here. I've got it jacked up. I'm going to show you guys kind of what I'm working on in here. And hopefully I'll have this thing back up and running later today because it's duck season and these boys, it's the only thing they talk about. So as you can see, I started by cutting off the back 2 supports. And I've got these middle 2 supports to do and then the front 2 supports. So we can drop this whole boat down 3, 4, 5 inches, something along those lines. So what I'm working on here is the mount brackets for the wood stringers. So I'm pre-drilling these, getting them then done. So then when I weld it, I don't have to drill it under the boat. It'll all be ready to go to mount up the board. So that's my first test fit with the boards. They're not bolted on yet. I wanted to check and see, make sure my alignment was right and make sure that the boat was not actually going to hit the trailer. So you can see we've got about 1 inch of clearance right there, which I think is plenty. If we need to, I'll just double up the 2x4s which would give me about 3 inches over on this side. But I honestly think an inch is probably enough. It looks pretty darn good. Let's go see what the front of it looks like. Also, these running boards on the side are going to be perfect to line the boat up on the trailer. So I am actually excited about that. I think I don't even need to, I don't even need to do any adjustment on it. Maybe move this one over just a little bit. So this whole thing is going to come off and get rebuilt and adjusted. It's got to be shifted forward. Yeah, shifted forward so that the bumper actually catches right here. Everything is starting to come together under the boat. So I just went to the store and bought the hardware to actually mount the boards. I'm using carriage bolts this time, and I will show you guys kind of how I'm attaching those, because I've had issues in the past where it has come disconnected and fallen apart, which absolutely sucks. So the boards then float away, which just does not work. So I went through, laid my board out, and pre-drilled my holes, but the head of these obviously needs to sink down into the 2x4 so it doesn't bang up the bottom of the boat. Originally, I used, where are they? Just like these giant lag screws. This kind of doohickey. But as the wood expanded and shook and all of that stuff, these worked their way out. Absolute garbage. So I've got these carriage bolts. I'm using this to countersink it, and then nut and bolt, boom, tightening it down. Now that's sunk below the wood and can't damage the boat. Back end of the boat is pretty much done. I do want to come through and cut off these old skirters on both sides. But now I've got a big problem in the front, and that is I lowered it, shifted the boat around on the trailer just a little bit. So our jack and everything, this deal is supposed to be right up in the V, right in the nose of the boat. As you can tell, we're like 10 to 12 inches away and probably 3 inches too tall. So I think if I just come in here, cut this off, I can figure out what height it needs to be, cut it again, and install it on there, and hopefully it'll work. I may have to adjust this, take this off, mount it on the back here, because we have this upper deck on here, but I think I can get something to work there. For some reason, I thought that metal was going to be like 3 times as thick as it was. That was actually a piece of cake. Hey! Look at that. What the? No way. That literally just snapped the bolt in half. That's wild. Look at that. Broke it clean off. I don't even know where the other half of it went. That's bonkers. 13. If I can cut 3 inches off of the bottom of this, I think it'll fit perfect. Let's see. Oh, I reckon that's gonna work just fine. Gonna have to figure that out still. So I gotta tell you guys about the last 2 days, but before I do, look at Marcy's decorations. Yes, it's November 1st. Actually, it's the 8th. I don't know why I said the 1st. But Marcy's got all of our decorations up. I have to show you this. This is a nativity that we bought at the handicraft market in Fiji. Absolutely amazing. It's so cool. Handcrafted. You'll actually see it in the probably the next Fiji video where we actually go and pick this up and meet the guy that builds them. He's got a really cool story of when he met Mother Teresa. Crazy The guy has done a lot with his life. Pretty cool. But the last 2 days, I got aluminum poisoning. There may be another name for it, but apparently, I did not know this because I haven't done it before. Guess I should have done some more research. I got aluminum poisoning from welding aluminum. You guys saw, I only did a little bit of welding on that aluminum, just that one sheet. I got so sick, and I'm still sick from it, to be honest. I am still recovering from it. For one day, though, I slept for like 30 hours straight, and I could just feel every bone in my body. I couldn't feel my muscles. All I could feel was my bones. It was the weirdest thing ever. I had the chills, throwing up, didn't have a fever, but had all the fever-like symptoms, sore throat, it was absolutely miserable. How I figured that out is one of your comments was like, hope you wear a mask when you're welding aluminum or have it well ventilated. Well, I did think I had it well ventilated because I was in the huge shop and I wasn't doing much of it. Turns out it was not enough. So the welding in this video took place when that happened. I haven't welded aluminum since. So I'm now going to figure out what I need to do so I can actually weld aluminum and not get deathly ill from it. It was terrible. And like I said, I still am at like 60-70%. But I know it's not like a normal sickness. It is the toxic poison from the fumes of it, I guess. Who would have known? I should have known. I didn't know. So you live and you learn. Hopefully it doesn't kill me. But let's get back into welding up the trailer. Well, the gap is bigger than I want, so I may end up, which I kind of wondered, I may end up just cutting this off right here, and then I think it'll fit perfect because I had the cut gap. So I think it'll actually work. Oh, look at that. Boys, we got to talk. We're going duck hunting.
Max, when you going duck hunting?
Fiji.
No, today.
After Fiji. Right now. Darren's on his way. Darren's going to go with us.
And we're gonna make cookies for our boat.
I don't know if they'll be done in time. Now I need to get an actual hook, but right now I'm just gonna tie this on here because it's good enough. I am really, really happy with how this turned out. It's just been such a pain in the butt to load and unload this boat, especially because, 90% of the time I'm doing it by myself because I'm, doing it with the boys. So I'm really excited. Yes! That is amazing. That's gonna work. These boys are so excited to go hunting. Paxton especially. The kid is like, Dad, what can I get ready? Dad, what can I get ready? I got the headphones, I got this, that, and the other. So he is ready. I obviously didn't get any of the boat stuff done. I didn't get the lights put on, any of the new electrical stuff, none of that, which is fine because we're just gonna ditch the boat and go hunt, not on the boat. And it's gonna be light the whole time, so it should be okay. Ready to go just as soon as my buddy gets here, which he should be here any minute. got it.
5, 6, and 7. 6, 7.
No, we not.
They can just share.
Well, that's your call.
Yeah, just have them share.
Just have them share one?
Yeah.
Can you just break it?
Yeah. Just break it off. Give them a piece.
Here's your piece.
Uncle Darren brought you some good candy for your hunt today, huh?
Yeah.
Woo! What do you say?
You're welcome.
Well, the duck camp went as expected. The kids played in the sand, and we sat there and saw one duck. We saw some more, but they were like across the lake from us. We had one that flew over, and we were wrangling the kids, and we didn't even get a chance to shoot. So the boys had a great time. They absolutely loved it. I'm sure they'll be begging me to go again tomorrow. But when hunting is actually happening, I can usually hunt with one of them, but all three, there is not a chance. But thanks you guys for joining with us on today's video, our boat trailer rebuild, and we will see you guys tomorrow.